operations continuing across the Cape Town Metro. Our reporter Vanessa Puna joins us on the line to give us the latest developments in relief efforts. Vanessa, very good afternoon to you. What is the situation like with regard to the destitute people at the moment?
Yes, good afternoon to you. We've been out to all the informal settlements around Cape Town today, obviously after the heavy rainfall over the weekend. And we've spoken to residents, many of whom are still complaining about their informal homes still being wet, still after the heavy floods. We've also spoken to the city's disaster management officials, who from early this morning have been out, as well as officials from the city's stormwater department, to clear whatever blocked drains they were still, experienced after this weekend's heavy rainfall. At this moment in time, it has been sunny across Cape Town for the larger part of today, and we are expecting more sunshine for the rest of the week, which means that quite a lot of the stagnant rainwater is expected to be absorbed over the next few days. But still, those people that were affected over the weekend are still concerned about stagnating dam or rather stormwater around the informal homes. In the areas of Valhalla Park, we've been out to Khayelitsha this morning, as well as Philippi, and also the low-lying areas in, for example, the QQ and RR section of Khayelitsha, where there are still, you'll still find people that are complaining of wet belongings. In some areas, you can see blankets as well as mattresses put out into the sunlight for that to dry. So yes, I would say quite a heavy weekend here in Cape Town for people living in the lower-lying areas, experiencing a lot of discomfort due to the rainy weather as well as extremely cold conditions.
Now, Vanessa, besides the government assistance, are there any other bodies helping the affected families?
There are obviously church organizations as well as, people with a goodwill sort of intentions of bringing food parcels to people, church groups as well as, individuals helping, assisting. I've seen people coming out with, assisting people in terms of food parcels and soup and that kind of thing. And that happens generally every winter, not only because it's flooded this specific weekend, but generally at winter times in Cape Town, there are also huge food drives as well as blanket drives, drives in shopping centres, in shopping malls, the local radio stations. People generally tend to get involved this time of year because it's not just all the Cape of Storms for nothing. Winter in Cape Town can get extremely unpleasant, extremely wet, especially for those less fortunate. And this is why there's a sort of almost ongoing drive for this kind of assistance and humanitarian aid during the winter months in Cape Town.
Now, Vanessa, has the government identified the areas to relocate the affected communities for safety? And where are these areas?
You see, that is one of the issues that I think the local government has been grappling with for some time. A lot of the informal settlements in Cape Town, across the Cape Flat, and it's called that for the very reason it's called Cape Flat. A lot of these areas are built around sort of marshlands and wetlands. With the sort of mushrooming of informal settlements, that seems to be the big challenge at this point in time. Also, once people have established themselves in a specific informal settlement, they really don't want to be relocated to say, leave their belongings behind and that kind of thing. And I suppose that would be the one big challenge, is to move people, to higher ground, to areas where there is better drainage of flood water and storm water. And I think that is, one of the issues that the local municipality needs to be looking at.
Thank you so much. That's SABC reporter Vanessa Puna reporting to us live from Cape